Guys, Dragon Ball Super Episode 95 was, or can be summed up in one word. Awesome as anything. I mean, my actual overall review of this episode is, it's damn good. But just to give you guys a quick rundown of what goes down is, basically, it basically starts off right where we left off last week, and Frieza and Goku and Baba are basically surrounded by the team of assassins from Universe 9, sent by Cedra and Roy from Universe 9 respectively, and Frieza asks them, what universe are you from? And then the assassin's like, I'm not at liberty to disclose that, but our universe is far superior to you weaklings of Universe 7. And then Frieza just eventually powers up to this badass golden form, or he powers up some more for it, and he just basically starts annihilating the entire army by himself. And then Goku's like, stop it, Frieza, we got the tournament of power right after this. We don't have time to mess with these guys. And then Frieza's like, oh, don't stop me. This is an opportune time to get my new body warmed up, or my body warmed up after being an elf for so long. And one thing I will say about this episode, guys, Frieza is the badass fucking monster that brings the episode home and makes it have a very sweet cherry on top of a very well done sundae. Because, guys, Frieza even says, this new version of Gold Frieza is actually the true me, because I've actually been able to spend all that time in hell mentally concentrating my power to be able to increase the effects of this Gold Frieza transformation. And it shows, guys. I mean, Frieza just eventually ends up annihilating the half of the army on his own. And then Goku's like, again, stop it, Frieza, we're not going to be allowed to kill in the tournament, so why kill now? And then Frieza says, well, this isn't what he exactly says, but I'm going to paraphrase it this way. He says, why add these elite fighters around now? Wear us down before the tournament. So, I think what he ultimately means by that is, why worry about going easy now? We're not at the tournament yet, so these fools can be terminated. And then the assassins are pretty much blindsided by how badass of a beast Frieza still is. And even when Goku tries to convince Frieza to stop, Frieza turns right back into this newer badass version of himself, saying, don't interrupt me, this is just the kind of warm-up I need. And then one of the soldiers from the assassin team that Frieza shot in the shoulder or chest, unleashes this bit of God energy that was given to him by Zeta and Roy, but right before the team left for Earth. And he remembers Zeta telling him that once this energy is released, it will physically destroy Frieza or anyone that is contained within it. So the dog creature sort of throws it, but then Frieza easily deflects it. He throws it again, Frieza still destroys it, and then he almost does like kinda how Yamcha always used to do with that power shot type of thing. He makes his fingers go up like this, and it makes the real energy blast come out of the water, and Frieza is almost engulfed in it. Actually, in fact, he is. And it does appear that he is struggling and is actually in pain from this energy ball. But in reality, Frieza even says, just kidding, and he actually manages to make the energy blast that was supposed to do him in his own attack, and then almost sort of like, I think, a test to see how strong he is now compared to Goku. Frieza actually imprisons Goku in the energy ball himself. I don't think necessarily as a way of rebellion for trying to get him to stop, or because of Frieza just being a badass villain like he is. I think it was his way of making sure Goku couldn't stop him from finishing the fight. And then after Frieza sort of tortures the main leader of the assassin squad, well, at first he almost tries to get Frieza to join Universe 9 and 4, but Frieza, I guess you could say, maniacally kind of says, I'm nobody's actual servant in this. I will do with this opportunity what I wish. And then, after the main guy is destroyed, Frieza basically touches all the other assassins' foreheads, almost like Neji used to do with the Byakugan, and kind of makes them blow up. And then, right before the end of the episode, Sidra and Roy decide to check in to see, hey, why the hell is this taking so long? And it's actually Frieza basically scaring them. And he says, oh, I would actually be quite interested in joining your team, but what ends up happening is they are both actually surprised that Frieza would offer them such a request. But then Roy and Sidra basically argue about how dangerous it would be. And then Frieza basically destroys the communication device that he was using to talk to them. And then Bills and Whis come in, and Bills basically blows out the energy ball that was around Goku like it was nothing. And then Whis arranges to sell the little, I guess you could say, disagreement between Goku and Frieza. Whis arranges a sparring match to where if Goku wins, Frieza will be an ally in the upcoming tournament. But if Frieza should win, he will be allowed to do whatever he wants. And let me say, guys, this is where the episode really eats up, because Goku and Frieza, once they both power up to their full God modes, or super modes in Goku and Frieza's case, they end up being so powerful that the match ends up being a draw. So we can safely assume as of now that maybe Frieza actually will be, at least for a certain amount of time, participating as Universe 7's 10th fighter. But overall, guys, this episode was truly awesome. And it just really demonstrated how much of a bloodthirsty animal Frieza still is. Even in death, he's still not afraid to be able to push the limits of his ability. And to truly understand what I mean, you guys just have to check out the episode for yourself. I hope you guys enjoyed, and keep on rocking.